All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over, man. We are back on the Josiah Rises channel. And this title right here, it just tripped me out. I couldn't believe it actually existed. Uh, Ellen DeGeneres has hilarious breakdown crying about Hollywood blacklisting her. Now, y'all know, whenever someone character is in question, that is not a good look. And so many people came out and spoke up about how rude and how mean she is on her show behind the scenes. And I mean, she got called out. She got called out, and now, I think I don't know if she's trying to get back and do something else, but she know that a lot of people aren't going to be like into it because they know how her character is. Basically it's all like a show she was putting on. So we're going to check this out. I want to see exactly what she said. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching. We ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Holy smokes, this is hilarious. The meltdowns, the self-victimization coming from Ellen DeGeneres have reached an entirely new level of insane cringe. Now, as we know, just a couple of years ago, she was basically kicked out of the entire industry because it turns out that the woman who everyone said was super duper nice, Ellen DeGeneres herself, was, well, really not that nice behind the scenes. And in fact, there was a lot of people that brought complaints against her. There was an entire investigation that was launched into Ellen over the claims that were made against her. This whole thing got absolutely crazy to the point where she was basically kicked out of the entire industry, and now she is playing the victim. So we're going to be getting into this and seeing what she has to say here. Ellen DeGeneres, I got kicked out of showbiz for being toxic and mean. So everyone just keep in mind that Ellen is, of course, the victim in all of this. She is someone who is misunderstood. She is someone who would never do anything bad to anyone in her entire life because she is a saint, my friends, a saint. The comedian did a live show in LA this week, which some reporters have attended, and she ended up addressing her leaving her famed talk show, which came to an end in 2022 on the heels of claims from former staffers that the workplace was a nightmare. And have you guys seen any recent images of Ellen DeGeneres? Apparently, she hasn't been able to get her hands on very much Adreno recently. So this is what she had to say about the entire thing. Ellen says, "What else can I tell you? Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business. There's no mean people in show business." She adds, "The hate went on for a long time, and I would try to avoid looking at the news. The be kind girl wasn't kind. That was the headline. I became this one-dimensional character who gave stuff away and danced up steps. Would a mean person dance up steps? Had I ended my show by saying, 'Go F yourself,' people would have been pleasantly surprised." Ellen also made this crack at one point, saying this was actually the second time she'd been kicked out of show business, referring to the backlash she got in the 90s when she came out, and added there'd be a third time eventually because I'm mean, old, and gay. While she was making fun of the whole ordeal, she got serious at various moments in the set too, saying the aftermath took a toll on her ego and self-esteem, noting people in Hollywood either love you or hate you, and that the hate often outweighs the love. And as we know, that is exactly the case with Hollywood. They don't really care about anybody. They will absolutely stab you in the back the moment that they can if they think that they can gain any sort of benefit from it. She also said this, honestly,
let me just say this real quick. She's a part of Hollywood. She's one of those, like, the ones that are up there. And I just think all the people that came out speaking up against her, it was a bad look for Hollywood. That's what it was. She thought like, oh, I thought I was one of y'all. I thought I was in the cool gang. But because these people said this about me, now y'all going to kick me out? That's what she's feeling right now. They're like, "Look, Ellen, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good for us. All right? Once it doesn't look good for us, we got to let you go." But she's rich. Filthy rich. Hey. That's just crazy. It's crazy the fact that she's saying this stuff. because they said this is the second time this happened. So I don't know, she didn't learn her lesson, or I'm just saying you can't. Well, actually, you can, because she was doing it for a long time until someone finally just spoke out. But I'm just saying, treating people disrespectfully and all that stuff, it like caught up with her, basically. You know, someone opened the floodgates and it just went downhill for her. So, what they say, cry me a river.
They will absolutely stab you in the back the moment that they can if they think that they can gain any sort of benefit from it. She also said this, honestly, I'm making jokes about what happened to me, but it was devastating, really. I just hated the way the show ended. I love that show so much, and I just hated that the last time people would see me is that way. Big old meanie, guys. That is what Ellen DeGeneres is now known as, which is absolutely hilarious, and this just shows more of the same type of insufferable hypocrisy that happens with different celebrities who love to go out there and virtue signal and pretend that they are the best among us, that they are the absolute saints of society, that we should all be looking to them, and then, well, the truth starts to come out, and the truth isn't really as pretty as they want it to be. Yeah. So, this whole thing is absolutely hilarious as she continues to play the victim, and she is going on this entire crusade, basically running on that. We're going to continue to keep an eye on all of this. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in...
Yeah, man. The fact that she's playing the victim role is actually just insane, to keep it 100. Because you can't do what you were doing with people, and expect. But I mean, again, she was doing it for years. She was doing it for years, and people just took it. They took it, and then all of a sudden they couldn't take it no more. And then, I guess, like I said, she probably felt getting away with it for so long, nothing was going to happen. That's why I was saying, when people get in a position of power, they abuse it the wrong way. And people put her up on this pedestal. I mean, I've been to the show before a couple of times. I was telling my wife, I remember an incident. It was a game they were playing, and one of the contestants fell down and almost got injured. And I saw her in Twitch, they went to a commercial break, but you could see her in Twitch. She was her head was moving like she was you could tell she was yelling at somebody. In that situation, I get it, because it's they're playing a game, and I think the game had malfunctioned or whatever. So she was yelling at the staff members to whatever she was yelling. I can understand that, for the people who brought the game out there. But I'm just saying, you see this happy-go-lucky person, and this just same thing with Oprah. But they got another side to them, and people be shocked to see that, or think it don't exist until something comes out. So I don't think there's no coming back for her, because I feel like her character has been shattered. You know what I mean? It's been shattered, and I think anybody that probably try to work with her gonna be like, look, everyone's not really loving you right now. They love me, so I'm going to have to say no. Gonna have to say no. But, hey, it is what it is. I just think, even though she's rich, she doesn't feel relevant anymore. That's what it is. So, shout out to Josiah Rises for the channel. I'll leave his channel in the description so you guys can check out more. Peace out.